Hey guys, welcome back. So I don't have anything new today per se, but I did kind of organize my canes. I'll try and show them here. I have one that's full of flowers, and these are just kaleidoscopes, background canes, and stuff like that. So I'm really running out of room, so I pulled out a bunch of like the same colors. And I'm going to try and make something with that today. So let me show you my flowers real quick. So this is what I have on my flower canes, and yes, I have a lot. I like to keep at least one or two for me, but I'm thinking of putting these online, so if any of you see ones that you might like, let me know, and I'll see how many I have to give out. Alright, let me pause again. Alright, so you can do the same with cane ends and stuff like that. I just need to get rid of some in the box. So I pulled out some greens, and I know it's summer, so I don't know why I'm working with greens. But I'm trying to get some of the same color. I don't see me using these for anything else, which is why I'm pulling them. And that'll give me a little more room. A lot of these were tutorials that were done in the past. A lot of them I may have done just to do them. And I think that's it on that color combo. And I don't know how these are going to turn out, obviously. Okay, I think that's it for that one. And then I have a bunch of cane ends. These are just like remnants of canes that I've used and stuff like that. I mean, I really cleaned out. Some of these are so old, it's not even funny. You know, but I didn't know what to do with them. This to me was a little too dark, and I messed up on the actual leaf, so it goes in here. So I may mix them up and try and get them into a different color. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these yet, but I haven't really had time this week to think of anything new to make. I do want to make a lily flower, so that's probably going to be our next video. But for now, I just wanted to get rid of some of these canes. So I've used some of these in projects. I think I've used this one already. You know, I could even do like a stropple cane. Or I could just kind of thin this out really quick and just layer a bunch of these colors on top. In between black. So I only have one of these. Some of these are a little different. So let's just play. Let's see what we come up with, right? So these, like all the other ones, are getting a little old, and they're a little hard to work with. So I'm just kind of stretching them out a little bit, softening them back up. I've been working on new cutters this week. So I'm trying to get those up as well. Trying to come up with some new, like, summer ones. So what I need to make is like a beach ball. Okay, so we got a little bit of red in here, green in here. That's the same. We got some brown feathers. I look at all these colors and I don't really see a whole lot. Yeah, this one is so old that it's starting to break in half. see if we can kind of play around and soften these back up. I might just do half of this. Okay, I'm gonna go 1.5 like I normally do. And I may not use all the cane that's in front of me. This is just what I had in these colors. So if I can wrap this one. See, this is the problem, is they're so old. I don't know how people can work with old canes. I know you can soften them, but I think it's the translucent that I normally have problems with, because they usually do that, they crack. If you can keep it all intact, you're doing great, but I don't think I can on these. I don't know. And I'm afraid to keep playing with them. I'm just taking both of those sides here. I'm going to take another one of these and put it on the other side. So I still haven't heard from a few people for the giveaway. I posted the names of the winners and I still haven't heard from them. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I passed it along to somebody else. Today will have been a week since the winners were announced. So I'll probably go one more week. And if I don't hear from the winner of the Lucy Clay Slicer, then I am going to pass it on to somebody else. Just so y'all know, I want to give that person a chance to respond, but I can't hold on to it forever because I'll forget about it. And I don't know, I would think that if you enter a competition, you'd be excited about finding out who won. So I don't know if the person might be on vacation or anything. So that's why I'm giving it a little bit of time. Okay, so this is kind of like a weird leaf here. Wow, this wraps so well. I don't know where the end of this is. There it is. I rewrapped everything because I used to wrap it in like saran wrap, and as you can see with saran wrap, it just kind of disintegrates the plastic. So I took all of my canes out and I wrapped them all in wax paper. And then, like I said, I organized those containers and pulled out all the ones that were just really old. So that's what I did over the weekend. It's just kind of cleaned up. And as you can see, this is kind of breaking here. But we'll see what happens when we put it all together. See, it just wants to crack. I think once it all gets together, it should be okay. And if not, again, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not sure if I really care for this color together. But I know that they always look like they don't match when I first started out, and then they somehow blend really well by the time I'm done. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to see if I can get this into 2 pieces though instead of 1. So I'm going to try and reduce this to 3 inches. Yes, the doggies are quiet. It's quiet outside. It's just a beautiful, quiet day today. My orders are out. Just waiting for the mailman to pick it up. Just so you know, I have 2 Two of the winners for the cutters have already gone out. The third one, I'm just verifying an address. That will go out today if I hear from her. She's out of the country. And there's still 1 person for the cutters that I have not heard from as well. So that one I'm just going to give another week too. If she doesn't come across, then I'm just going to have to pick another winner for one of those. And yeah, as you can see how it's breaking? But I do have another one. So we're just going to reduce this and just use this one. I don't even know how much I want to reduce it to. I'm thinking that would work. Okay. I don't know, this might blend in really, really too much. I don't have any colors going in the middle. I guess I can put some, let's see, what do I have out here? I can probably put some of this gray granite, I think it is. It's a pearl. No, it's not. It's just a metallic. I can't remember the name of what it is, but it's something like granite. I probably should use white too, but I don't want to. Alright, let's go. I just want to see if that's going to darken it a little bit too much. This one's a little different. It was a really nice cane. I just don't know what to do with the leaves unless I made a veneer or something, and I don't do that very often because of how I do composition. I just cannot seem to place them perfectly. Sad that I have a graphic design degree and I'm horrible at composition. I mean, I'll make all the elements and stuff, but boy, I have a hard time putting it all together. Oh, and I also got, people were asking about my mugs and stuff like that I showed you with the sublimation a few weeks ago. I do have some of my tumblers up. I have 20-ounce tumblers. I have not taken pictures for the mugs. So I'm going to do that either today or tomorrow and get those up. And I'm finally adding jewelry, more jewelry to my site. So I'm getting caught up here in so many different things. Unfortunately, I'm doing all of them at the same time instead of just concentrating on one. So I'm going to keep one of these leaves. Because I have to admit, I really do like these. I just don't know how to use them yet. You know, and it would be really cool to... God, I don't know, guys. Let's see. I've got these on the side over here. trying to keep it all in the same color family. But I mean, I do have some bullseyes right here. God, remember this flower that we did? I still have barely used it. Ooh, I wonder what that would look like in the center. No. That would be great for a master cane, but this one I want to kind of tear apart. Oh, and everything else is basically blue and white. And I don't think purple's... You know what? Maybe that wouldn't be so bad, putting a splash of purple somewhere in here. I do have... I know I have it. Okay, well, we have this that has a little bit of orange, and orange and green is not bad, right? I'm just going to do it. Isn't that what clay is all about? Sometimes getting out of your comfort zone and just going for it. Is it going to turn out? I have no idea. But it's all going to be cane that I'm going to end up getting rid of anyways. So all those little cane ends, if you guys work with cane ends, I will send a box of that to somebody. I used to give a lot of my scrap clay. Just like not scrap. Well, yeah, I guess scrap clay. I used to give them out to people. You know, they would pay for shipping, and I would just fill up medium-size priority rate boxes and send them out because I had so many. I don't want that leaning like that. I always try to be good every year and say, no, I'm going to do something with the scraps as I make the canes. And things just get so wild around here that it never happens. It literally never happens. Okay, I have some pearl with some, looks like bronze in the middle. So maybe these can be my little contrast. I love this flower. I don't know how I made it, so I'm gonna hold that aside, and we're gonna try and make that one day. And it's just a, I mean, it's easy. It's got to be easy. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a white flower, and I don't know how I made it. I just rolled it, but it's got little, I don't know, it's got little indentations like I made it into. I pushed down on the leaves, but anyways, it's got silver in there, and when you lay it on the veneer, you can see the silver mica powder. So this is why I like to video what I do, not just for YouTube. And when I started out, I did this because then I remembered how I did it. I could always go back and look. So a lot of these videos, probably most of them, are kind of for my reference as well. Because I do go back and try and figure out how I did something, because I seem to forget really easy. And this one, believe it or not, has got a lot of air in there. I can feel it. So it's just a solid color. So I'm just going to push it in and condense it. Let's see if we can work those air bubbles out. And it'd be nice to get about 3 inches. And so you can see how my end is. It's just air right here in the ends. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. So let's see, what else do I have to announce today? There really hasn't been a whole lot going on. Except for my sublimation tumbler. Oh, I'm loving it, guys. It is so much fun. I was talking to my son the other day, because usually everything that I make here and stuff like that, I create in earrings and stuff and get it ready for a show. I do like 1 or 2 shows a year, because there really isn't a whole lot out here. There's a lot of pop-up shows that you'll find online. Hey, you know, we're going to do this at the lodge or something like that. But a lot of these pop-up shows on Facebook, they literally will take your money for a vendor spot and there is no show. And I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with what people do online, you know. So I never do pop-up shows because I don't know who to trust. And I don't know, my son and me were talking and he goes, just start loading everything on your website and just sell now. Don't wait for the shows. You know, when the show comes, grab what you still have in stock and sell those at the show. But don't, you know, don't not sell your stuff, basically, and wait for shows. And he's right. You know, he has a habit of being right. So I get what he's saying. But he also doesn't realize shows are so much easier. You know, you make your jewelry, make your beads, and you sell them. When you have a website, you know, you gotta take pictures of everything, and then you've got to kind of fix your pictures. You got to crop them, and you know, if the lighting's too dark, which it's always too dark in this room. And I even have I think it's called a shot box that I got from Michael's a long time ago. And I absolutely love it. It's got great lighting and stuff like that. But for some reason, when my phone points into the picture, it auto adjusts something, and it always gives me a blue hue. So then I have to go into Photoshop, and I have to get that hue out of there. So a lot of my pictures, they're not really enhanced. The only thing that's probably enhanced is the lighting. I don't take sharpness. I don't do any color correction. I just add a little bit of brightness and I fix my levels. So he doesn't realize how hard it is when you've got probably 300 pairs of earrings to take a picture of each one and then fix them all, and then upload it and write a description, which I don't do anymore because I'm really horrible at description. You know what I need to do is I need to start using AI. That just came to my head. Why don't I do that? I will describe a picture of my earrings. I'm going to do that today. I'm just going to describe a picture of my earrings. Okay? And then I'm just going to tell AI, these are flower earrings in blue and yellow. Write me a description. They're 2 inches long, you know, and let AI do it. I think I'm going to do that today. See, sometimes when I sit down and think, I can actually come up with things that I need to do. So thank you guys for allowing me to do that. Now, if AI could just take pictures for me, that would be awesome. All right, so here's that little bit of blue. And I'm going to go into my scraps here. See, these are just too dark. What I'm looking for is something really bright like this. This isn't a bad cane. It's just, as you can see, my line, which should be center, is not center anymore. I didn't put it center when I made it. So it was trash basically from the beginning. But it might just give me that white I need to kind of brighten this up. I know this isn't really a tutorial of something that you guys can follow along with and make yourself, and I'm sorry for that. Again, life just gets in the way sometime, but I will have a video up really soon. But I know that you have the same problems as I do, and you probably have a lot of canes hanging around and you haven't used it. So, you know, hopefully you'll go through your stash of stuff that you're probably never going to use. See, now this could be a really nice stroppel cane. You see what I mean? So stroppel cane, you just basically would flatten it out and then put like a black strip and put that over it. I think I have a little stroppel cane. I know you guys are familiar with that technique. There we go. I have just a little bit. But it's basically just taking some of your old, like your old scraps or whatever after you're done with the project and putting black in between. And then you got this really nice colorful cane. So that would look pretty good. But I think I have a couple of these. So I'm not going to worry about wasting a couple on this. Because to me, all of this is just waste anyway. So I'm going to set that right there. This, since it's already got white, I don't want to cover that one. I'm going to put this right here. I have no idea what this is going to end up looking like. I still have one more of these. And then I've got this ugly leaf. I've got a couple of them actually. I just didn't like the way they turned out. I'm going to take this because it's in that crappy saran wrap. Ugh, it's really gross. And I don't know if I'm going to do the feather or not. I mean, if you want, you could have just taken all those leaves and just made a master cane of leaves. Not turn it into a kaleidoscope, not turn it into anything, just leave it like that. Which, if this looks good, I may just leave it as it is. Oh, I really hate that saran wrap. Yes, I keep going back to looking at these. I'll probably keep one of them just to make a pair of earrings out of. Because wouldn't those be pretty? It's a little small, but it's enough to put a hole in right there and just make some serrated edges and make little feathers. Yeah, I keep getting ADD. I'm sorry. I keep going from here to there to there to here. So it's pretty much the same one. So maybe we'll put that one in there and I'll hold on to that one. This one's a little more brown, so I don't like it. Or it could be because I used maybe the wrong side of the blade when I cut this. So it's basically the same. Okay, we'll figure that out. But I could have sworn I had some green, not the purple. Oh, I had a green with an orange. I know it's somewhere over here. And I wanted to use that. There it is. Alright, well, we may just quit where we're at. Just put a couple more in here. don't think the yellow-ish color is going to work. I still got one of those. So yeah, if you guys got a bunch of canes that you're not using and you don't think you'll ever use it, just go get them. Go get them. Don't think. Because I think that's where we get into trouble, is when we think. I really want to make a sculpture too, like a dragon or maybe another fairy house. I haven't made one of those in ages. My granddaughter loves everything miniature. And I have an actual house that I made. I just have never finished it. I'll have to show you that. I don't know if I have before. Okay, well, let's pull you back down. So this is just going to be basically a kaleidoscope with a whole lot of leaves in it. Okay, so we've got those two. Excuse me. I felt that coming along. I don't know if I'm going to use the feathers. I think it would have looked good if it was in the middle somewhere over here. Alright guys. Oh, nope. See, and my clay is so old that I don't even want to try and move that. Alright, so we got the little splash of green or purple there. Oh, this is nice. I've got the center mark right here. So I know exactly where to pinch. Okay. I don't know if I want to put those aside right there. I'll put that in the center right here. Okay, so I still got this. I don't know if I want to use this yellow. I'm definitely not going to use that. I have to use it if I unwrap it, because I really don't want to wrap it up again. Okay, where's the other one like this? I don't know. I like the colors in this. Is that how it was? I think it was. I think I had it like that. Alright, I'm just going to leave it like that. So now this would give me a square cane. So let me go grab something and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. I don't know why these are out in everybody's face, but we've been doing beading on here as well. As you know, I've got too many beads and I'm trying to go through these kits that I've somehow accumulated for 2 years. Trying to get rid of everything. So it's basically this year so far been catch up. Nope, I don't like that with it. I think a little bit more orange would be nice. I got a nice little square, but I'm not going for a square. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this to make... Alright. We're going to do this, and then I'm going to go see if I can find something orange. That's pretty bright. That's probably too bright. And I don't really have a whole lot of blues in here, so I don't know how that's going to look in there. So let's get this one done, and I'll see if I can find something orangey. Something that'll make this pop, right? And then we're going to figure out how we're going to do the orientation on this. Okay, so we're just going to kind of push this in here. I need it. I gotta get rid of this bottom part. Oh, a lot of it. This might not work at all. This might not work at all. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. We're not really getting any feathers on that side. We got it on this side. Fine. I'm gonna use this. I can always make another feather, right? So I'll take the good parts of those and just cut them into little earring pieces. I have a habit of just holding on to everything, and it's really dumb. I have good intentions on using them, I just never do. And then as you can see, it just accumulates. Alright, so if we make this the bottom, right? Yeah, it's turning a little bit more square than I wanted it to. So I think we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to add just a couple pieces. Maybe right there. So I need at least something right here. No, I don't want to do blue. Didn't I say I was going to look for orange here? So I do have this orange piece. I don't know what it is. So let's kind of straighten this out and see what I can get out of it. I think this was just a cane that I rolled up. I don't know if this is going to work. I just want to see before I waste my time. Nope. Alright, let's open up our little box of goodies here. The only orange thing that I have see, that goes into blues. And then I have this shape. Which is a really cool shape, but if I haven't found use for it yet, I might as well just put it in here. Let's see if we can get 2 pieces out of this just to fill up that corner. And then we're gonna reduce. I need to cut. I don't really worry about the ends, so if my ends are a little off, like sucked in, I'm not worried about it because you're going to cut the end pieces off anyways as you go, and it's all going to get distorted anyway, so I don't really put too much emphasis on those. So I was going to go like this. Try to make it a little more triangle, as you can see. Okay. I just need something right here. Oh, what the heck. I don't know if I'm going to get a 1.5 piece out of this, but we're going to try. Nope. Already got that. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, we're trying to keep that center thicker. That's it. I'm not even going to worry about it. This is what we got. It's going to be looking really, really good or really, really bad. All right, so that's it. So we're going to leave this up at top here. Now this is where you come into a problem right here, because both sides will not match. So I'm kind of just cutting right there just to get that piece off. Okay, and we're going to try and keep this as the triangle. And if I wanted to, I've got a lot of blue and orange, not oranges. I've got some blues and some greens and some purples. So I can take some more of my canes and probably make another one of these. And I'm trying to be really careful because I know some of these are old. And so I'm really trying to keep them from cracking. As you can see, it's already starting to crack on some of them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep reducing this, and then I'll come back when we make our cuts so you don't have to watch all this. And my hands hurt, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we've got it a little over 3 inches here. And this obviously is where you got to decide what you're going to do with it. So we're going to get at least a couple clean edges here. Okay, and that would be our cane if I were to leave it alone. Actually, that was supposed to be the center. So it's not a straight, not that perfect triangle. Okay, so I'm going to cut it in half. I'm not going to leave it like this, because I feel like there's some bare spots, like in there. So I can either do that and turn this into a square cane. And it would be like that. It's actually not that bad. I really like the way that feather turned out, and they line up so perfectly. Okay. Or I can do one more. And turn it into a kaleidoscope cane. So it would either be like that, like that, or like that. So this is the hardest part for me. I really do like that. But then with this, that would give me 6 of those. I don't know how that's gonna look. Kind of got a little face there. There's some eyes. It looks like a grasshopper. You know, you got that round beady head, and you got the little eyes on the side, and that would be the thing that sticks out. Again, this is all scrap clay here, right? So I'm either way on this side, I'm gonna have both of those there. But if I do it butt end and made it into a square instead, so many decisions. I think I'm going to keep these two together because I do like that. And I'm going to pray that I don't mess it up. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce this one more time. So basically, you're just going to pull it all like that and bring this down. And I just want to make sure that everything stays where it's supposed to. Like that. I feel like that feather is off a little bit. That side looks really good. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to do this one more time. We're either going to cut it into 3 pieces. Now we're going to go all the way to 6. I think I like putting it together like that again. So I'm going to make this about 6 inches. And we'll come back when I get all that reduced. See you in a bit. Alrighty, we are ready for our final cut. So I got this to 9 inches. Actually, it's a lot more bigger than 9 because I need to cut off some of these ends here. And I don't know what it's going to look like. So yes, I am a little bit nervous. So I'm going to try and cut where it looks like... See, the one thing when I go all the way to 9 inches and do a second cut is, unfortunately, you probably lose a lot. If I would have just taken that one big piece and just did that one, it probably would have been better than putting them together. But I always seem to do that. And then I get upset because my pattern is so small. So if you cut off the ends and you like what it looks like and what you think it's going to look like when you put it together, then leave it like that. Don't put them together and keep going. Which I have a feeling I probably should have stopped on that first cut and just pulled it. I mean, it still looks good. But you can barely see the feather now. Okay, so I'm just going to look here. Yeah, you can barely see the feather. So I might have took it one step too far, which I always seem to do. Okay, so this is kind of hiding this piece right here. I mean, it's still going to be okay. It's just going to be a smaller pattern. So if you like your patterns bigger, then stop at your first reduction. Just take that and reduce that all the way to 9. So if I do this again with some different colors, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I just want to see, that's got to go there. What are you doing, Bando? Not sure which one goes where. It's definitely not that one. But that doesn't look right either. Okay, so this is supposed to come way up there. Oh, I didn't make a really straight cut, did I? It's either going to be that way. When you do it like this, it just seems to make it really busy. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so this, alright, I just gotta kind of push it in there. Huh! Well, look at that. That wasn't supposed to happen. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Maybe it's telling me that no, it's wrong. Don't put it together like that. I think it actually was. Yep, it actually was wrong. See, but those are not lining up as much as they should. Alright, let's see if that happens again. Oh my goodness, I've never had that happen before. I've never seen it come apart. Probably because these are such old canes that they don't know how to stick. So fine, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way with my hands. Yeah, so my design got really small. So I'm not real happy with that. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just much smaller than I wanted it to be. So I'd like to leave it in the shape that it's in, because then I think it'll fit next to each other a lot better. Okay, so let's do a little quick cut. Let's do a little bit better job of condensing it. So we're going to do that. I guess I can make a bowl or something like that with this. I could take a big maple leaf and turn that into a bowl as well. I just wanted a thin piece, but that didn't help. Alright, so I may just do one more. Gosh darn it, I was going deep enough too. Oh well, there's our cane. And it doesn't look bad. It's just a lot smaller than I would have liked it to be, and I had a feeling I was going to end up doing that. And I don't really want to reduce this too much. And I'd like to keep the little, kind of like a hexagon shape, or, I think a hexagon's 5, right? An octagon is 8. Not quite sure what number 6 is called off the top of my head. So basically there it is. So you can barely see the feather now. So yeah, I don't recommend going that thin, but we're going to cut this out and maybe make a bowl out of it. So we'll do that later. I'm going to let this sit for a while. And I may come back and do another one of these, but with the blues and the yellows and the oranges and stuff like that. And this time we will not cut it down so much. So that's it for right now, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.